How's it going, folks? My name is Rabbit. I'm not always here when you call, but I'm always on time. And welcome to episode number 77 of our 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia. In our previous episode, we took on the second of the Delilas siblings, Lou, and I just loved the fight with her so much more than Che. I'm sure you could tell just from my tone. Che made me rage just a little bit with his blocking, but Lou was fairly straightforward, and the true challenge with that fight, anyway, if I would summarize my experience with it in the last episode, was that she dealt a decent amount of damage. You know, Noah's HP isn't the highest, so healing constantly did extend the fight a little bit, but honestly, it's what I've shared with you guys before, that the fights are all fairly straightforward in their attacking pattern, so she was ultimately easy peasy lemon squeezy. So we are ready to tackle Guy Delilas with him saying, "I'll kill you for what you did to my brother and sister." So let's dive right in as Vaughn, and the music takes a much more ominous tone because the stakes are indeed high. So just to give you guys the same summary that I do before we started the other two fights, I already noted that the attack pattern is the exact same as his siblings with attack, attack, special attack. So again, you want to make sure you're spiriting on that third round to minimize the impact of that special attack on you. And then in terms of his HP, he has 10,000. So less than Che, more than Lou. He should be down in a couple of turns. But he, similarly to Lou, is rather fast and nimble. Love that he has a pronounced crotch. The game devs knew what they were doing. Just look at his crotch, you guys. I'm not a pervert, I swear. I'm just pointing out the obvious. So he did a bit of a butt face move that we saw with Che, and I think they're going to count that as him having 2 turns, even though that was some bullshit. So I went ahead and on Vaughn's second turn, spirited, and it looks like it was the way to go. But check out his spell animation. So cool, right? Right? Are the Delilases not incredible? I think they're so cool. I'm a little bit of a fangirl for them, though, so, you know. Yes, I know you're fast. I know you're pissed. Suck my dick. I feel like with Vaughn, and it looks like Guy also is going to be doing this blocking bullshit, so we might want to get well acquainted with Camaro. I will heal. I will spirit since he's already gone 2 times, so our next round as Vaughn will end up being Guy's third. So I guess that's the thing with this encounter, right? It looks like Guy is going to be getting a lot of attacks off and taking faster turns than Vaughn will be keeping up with. So Camaro's going to be our best friend here. We've only gotten a little over 1,000 damage done to him. And if we don't want this to take a million kajillion years, we're going to need Saru in this fight too. Well, we've needed them in all of them with the healing, but you know what I mean. Offensive Saru. I love that animation. Talk about ninja-esque and fresh. I feel you, I feel you. Okay. Camaro. You got 72? Fuck my life. Camaro is expensive. I guess it's fair because he does a lot of damage, but fuck. I think instead of healing Vaughn with Saru, I'm going to be healing with items. I think that's going to be the better way to go so that we can focus all of our mana costs on Camaro's offensive spell. Canine Fangs. You got this, Camaro. So cute. I wish that when we summon them, they could stay on the battlefield with us for a little bit and, I don't know, auto attack a few turns and then cast their spell. I don't know. I talked about this in the past, that I think that would be another way to sort of switch things up. Well, before I sort of launch into that, I think I am going to heal myself with another healing flower. I used one on Noah, and this is good. I'll use the healing flower. I'll spirit. I'll use one of the magic items. Yeah, I think, let me just spirit. I will bring up Vaughn's mana. We should be able to cast Kamaro once. I can use another healing item. I think we'll be good. It's honestly just about tracking his attacks and making sure that on his third turn, I am spiriting so that I'm taking under 400 damage. Because otherwise, I feel like he would be doing a lot to me. So let's go ahead and use... I'm just going to use one of the nice magic fruits here. Each turn is kind of sacred. Out of combat, I'll use the shittier magic leaves. Alright, and with that, let's go ahead and use... The healing flowers are getting low, but that's fine. That is fine. Nice. Good job, Vaughn. We got a couple blocks off. And I think we're set. And if I need to... I can use Spoon, but I'd rather not. I think we're good on items. I've been hoarding them for a while and kind of roasting myself about it. I'm going to make an effort to utilize all of my tools and resources. Yeah, okay, Blazing Slash makes me think of Blazing Saddles. Thumbs up for those of you that have also seen that movie or know at least what I'm talking about. That movie is ridiculous. Alright, I'm kind of over your cutscene in line, Key. I need you to chill. But okay, now that we have the opportunity while we're seeing Kamaro, I talked about this a few episodes ago that I think with the remaster, obviously I would love the primary focus to be on increasing your party, especially because there are so many elements. I think having only 3 people with 3 of them seems kind of lackluster, right? Like we could have someone that uses the light Rasaru or a light Rasaru and then someone that uses a water Rasaru and then you've got the dark ones, etc. Yay, a level 4 Kamaro. That's always nice. I will go ahead and use... I'll use another healing flower. We'll just probably get rid of all the healing flowers. They're not too hot anyway. But in addition to sort of bulking up our party, I think a nice change would be instead of having Seru be something that you sort of summon and then that's your only interaction with them, because they already have auto attack animations because you encounter them in the field or in dungeons. I think having it to where maybe you can have one on the field with you at a time and maybe every 3 turns they use their magic spell and have a certain amount of HP so an enemy can focus them. Or even if it's like you switch out your character to have the Seru in the field and they last 3 turns and they use their magic spell or their special attack for 1 turn and then they auto attack the rest of them. I'm going to use that last healing flower here. Yes, I know, Gee. You're mad. We're all mad. I don't know. I think there's a creative way you could do it to make use of the fact that the animation team or programming team, whoever is responsible for it, they're utilizing the fact that work was already put into having them be a being that's on the battlefield, standing there, interacting with your teammates by attacking and casting spells, instead of them just being isolated to one spell animation for the entirety of the game when you use them. I think that'd be cute. Kind of like a pet system, I guess, but not quite. I think it could work. I think there are numerous ways you could approach it. I've already given sort of 2, where either they could replace your party for a limited number of turns, or you just have them in and they have a set amount of HP and can be targeted. Kind of like you saw with the living toys in Guardians Crusade, where you could have a certain number of them on the field, and they would just do their thing and use their spells until they had been attacked 3 times and then they left the field. There are multiple approaches to it. I don't care how someone would want to tackle it. I just think that would be a nice addition to change up combat a little bit and bring more value to the presence of Seru. Because I feel like they're kind of underutilized once you capture them. I mean, the healing ones get used a lot, but The offensive ones are kind of not so great. And you know what? I'm not going to... I'll just use a healing berry. Since Kamaro takes so much mana, I really don't want to use Spoon. Kamaro, get your ass in here. And Kamaro, as he levels up, I feel like he scales pretty well. I noted this when we first encountered him a long time ago, back at Retayu, was it? That catching one of them early is nice because I think Kamaro's kind of OP early on. I mean, he takes a lot of mana, so it sort of is balanced in that you're sacrificing a lot of magic to have him cast his spell, but whoo, he deals a lot. I mean, I would say like level 2 Kamaro deals as much as level 29 Noah can deal with like one of her most ideal combinations with her AP at max, like the meter at max, and yay, we got Firebook 3. So Kamaro's a nice Seru to get early, and even if you catch him after the Retayu encounter, he's pretty sweet. I think he's pretty sweet anyway. And as you can see, he made these fights with the Delilases a lot easier just because he dealt so much damage, and he was able to take some of the pressure off my team in terms of me having to spirit and then execute attacks. And Gala and Vaughn don't deal as much damage. I almost said damage for some reason. As much damage as Noah does. Like, she can get in the upper, or I should say mid 2000s with the full AP meter or full AP bar and a nice combination being strung together. But Gala and Vaughn deal more like 15 to 1700. So Kamaro kind of outclasses, if you want to look at it this way, Vaughn and Gala in terms of just raw damage. But again, you have that balance with your mana costs being incredibly high. So there are a lot of approaches to how you would want to deal with certain fights, especially with the Delilases as we saw here. But anyway, we are done with Guy. Let's see what he has to say, and then we'll call this an episode. So he mumbles, how humiliating. Indeed, you got your ass whooped by a generic Seru from the outside. The dreadful Delilas family. All right, everyone, let's set the time-space bombs. You got it. Okay, I put my time-space bomb in place. I hope they explode after 3 seconds, not sooner. And on this note, since we have the bomb set up, the Delilases have been knocked out. Let's go ahead and part ways here. Thank you so very much for watching, everyone. As always, I am your host, Rabbit. This is my 100% item guide and walkthrough for Legend of Legaia, and I'll see you right back here in episode number 78, where hopefully all of the shenanigans are done and we will be ready to fucking detonate these bombs, take out Koru, and truly revitalize the area of Buma, save the trees and the inhabitants therein. So thank you for watching. I'll see you soon, my friends.